Hey everybody, Kiki here. So tonight at sundown started Hanukkah. So exciting. So happy Hanukkah to all who celebrate. And I get the pleasure of celebrating Hanukkah every year. Our very good friend Mersh, maybe Jewish godmother of mine, for lack of a better term, is Jewish. And we've had the honor of knowing her for 20 years and getting to celebrate Hanukkah with her. So it's such a fun time. It's, the menorah, the dreidel, the lights, the chocolate coins, and what I'm trying tonight blind, Latkes. So I have never, ever even tried to make them before. Last night I talked to Mersh. I said, Mersh, give me your recipe. I want to try to make them. So Mersh, this is for you. First thing she said to me, now listen, goddaughter, you may be tempted to use your food processor because she knows how much I love my gadgets. She goes, but do not. Grate them from hand. So as you can see, this is covered in all the goodness that I just grated 5 potatoes. So I am starting and I'm going to walk through it. Like I said, I have not practiced this before. I've never done it before. So you guys have a treat of seeing me blindly try to make a Latkes. So this is what I've done so far. So I've grated, I'm making 2 batches because I don't know if I have a bowl that's big enough. This one also has onion in it. So I'm going to be walking through 5 russet potatoes, washed and shredded. And I did a 1/4 onion in each one. So 2.5, 2.5, 1/4 cup of shredded, or 1/4 of an onion, so it's basically like a tablespoon about shredded white onion. Sweet onion, white onion, that should do. And I'm going to make these even. So I added the onion, 1 egg to this. I will add 1 egg to that one in just a moment, but I want to do these evenly as possible. So I have a tablespoon of flour, and I have 1/4 teaspoon of both salt and pepper in here that's going to go in. And Mersh said that when she does hers, she does salt and pepper and then more salt after when she's draining them. And latkes are served, we've always had latkes with either applesauce or with sour cream. That's my favorite way to have them. With some sour cream, a little extra salt and pepper on them. Good, good, good. All right, so I know the consistency that it should be because I've watched Mersh year after year make them. So I'm kind of stirring this around. I don't think it's the consistency I want because I think I'm going to use my hands. I have clean hands, so I will be... Yeah, I think I'm going to mix them by hands just to make sure. I may need to add another egg. I don't know. All right, so here we go. So here's my other one. Like we said, I have 2.5 shredded potatoes, 1 tablespoon of shredded onion, 1 egg going in, tablespoon of flour. The original recipe is matzo meal with like matzo crackers crushed up to create a binder, but I have flour, so that's what I'm going to use. Mersh said it's allowed. So we're going to push that there, and then the salt and pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of each. All right, so let's mix this back up. So all the ingredients are now in both bowls. So we're going to mix these up, and then I'm going to see the consistency and see if we can get these fried. Well, I'm going to test that. I'm going to start the oil. So I have my pan here, and I'm going to turn it to about medium high. We want it like screaming hot to start out. And I have a 1/2 cup of olive oil. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to get that hot. So probably at the time these are all mixed, this should be ready to go. And you really got to be careful when you're flipping them, they don't break apart. So I have this little invention here. It's a little tong/spatula thing. So we'll see how this works. I might be using my hands. I'm burning myself. Who knows? So we are going to get these mixed up. This one doesn't look bad. like I said, I know the consistency because for 20 years we've had the pleasure of celebrating with Mersh, and we've been watching her. I've been watching you, and I see exactly what the consistency is supposed to look like. So hopefully this works. And if not, I will write back and let all of you people know what I did wrong, what I should have done, and we'll go from there. All right, so that's, I can see that rippling to start to get hot. And Mersh said you start it hot, and then once you add the latkes, you bring it down, bring the heat down. All right, so this looks good here. Now this other one here, doesn't look bad either, actually. So let me just see. Oh yeah, oh, the consistency is good. Yep. All right, so you want it to be, I'm going to start to, what I'm going to try is about a golf ball size ball, and then I'm going to flatten it once it gets into the oil. So one of the most important things about latkes, however you say it, is you need to drain the potatoes probably 3 to 4 times after you shred them to make sure all that moisture is out, because the drier the potato, the better it's going to stick and the better it's going to fry out for your latkes. So that's getting there. Excellent. So I'm going to start to get these fried. Once you see oil start to ripple, you're going to be, you know that you're there. And it can't just ripple a little bit. It has to be, you know, most of the pan rippling. So I also have lined just a regular dinner plate with some paper towel. We're going to drain the latkes after. So right now it's basically T minus 25 minutes until our virtual Hanukkah celebration. So, and I got a shout out to my mom because she's been the gift delivery woman of the season. So we would meet places with masks on and social distancing and putting gifts down and grabbing them in parking lots and in driveways to try to still get these celebrations going with these hard times. So I got a shout out to my mom, Carol. She's been giving, oh look, it's ready. Shout out to mom, there we go. So I want to shout out to her because she's been Secret Santa gifts, Hanukkah gifts, you know, any little thing. She's been the delivery person that's going to be doing everything this year. So Ma, shout out. You're awesome. All right. So it just did that little pop. I think that means, Kiki, we're ready. All right. So let's see if this golf ball size latke and then press down is what works. All right. Wish me luck. Okay. Ooh, hear it sizzle? Whoop. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that looks good. Oh, look at it go. Look at it go. All right, so I'm just going to turn this down a little bit. That was Mersh's instructions. Get it in there, turn it down. So I think the next one, I don't want any to touch in the pan, so I'm just going to make the next one slightly smaller. Maybe I'll press it beforehand and just drop it in. Oh, these are going to be so good. Mersh, you're going to be so proud. I'll be showing you what these look like in about 25 minutes. So these are going, oh, this is so exciting. I never really do any blind recipes with you guys. I did one, kale soup. So that was a blind one that I did for the first time. And now, the latkes. So I'm looking at the time. So what I think I'm going to try is about 3 minutes per side. And then these are a little wet. So I'm just kind of maybe just, so with this, I'm just going to, see here? See? I'm going to squeeze them before I put them in the pan. So I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit. I really, really did my thing. I squeezed and squeezed and squeezed all the moisture out of these. So I guess I just didn't squeeze enough. All right. There we go. And then one more. Yeah. I guess I'm going to squeeze each time. So my bad. Or I could maybe I just didn't add enough flour. Who knows? But the what it looks like, hopefully the texture is right. And the taste, that's exactly, that's what we're worried about. We want the taste to be just like Mersh's. All right. So let's see. We have a couple different spatulas here that we're going to be using. I have that little tong one that I showed you guys. Let's see. The edges, oh, it's ready. Oh, it's ready. So the edges are crispy. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I should be flipping this. But look at that color. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. That's exactly how it should look. I'm so excited right now. All right, so that was basically 3 minutes. And that looks so delicious. If you guys have ever had latkes before, you know the crispier, the better. And oh yeah, these are something else. Oh, I'm so excited. And you know the one, let's see here, because they gotta crisp up fast, and they really are, yeah. So it seems like the ones that I didn't wring out, we might need just like a couple minutes. We see maybe the ones we didn't wring out before might even crisp up a little bit better, but we will see when we look at the other ones. So this is great. I am so happy with myself right now. You guys don't even know. So these are going to go for another 3 minutes. These ones here are just finishing up on their time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a touch more salt, maybe a little bit of chive. We have some sour cream and some applesauce that we are going to, dunk and put on. And I actually saw a recipe somewhere, smoked salmon, like a savory, and I love smoked salmon. I have some in my fridge. So maybe I might make one of those too. So I got about a little less than 20 minutes until the celebration. So I am going to finish these up, and I will be posting photos of what this looks like. So happy Hanukkah to all who celebrate. Have a wonderful night. Cheers.